Hello. So today what I'd like you to do before we get started is please click on the link in the description underneath this video and explore this system. Now, what does it do? How do you think it works? And would you describe it as something like Google? What would you describe it as? Now, once you think you found the answers, you can comment underneath on this video. Okay, best of luck. Welcome back. So, today we're going to look at expert systems. So I feel this leads on nicely from robotics, because we're going to see how exactly an expert system leads on from robotics. So how are they, are they replacing experts? What are they doing? You're going to make a decision. So here's your success criteria. Now, I'd like you to describe the components of an expert system. I would like you then to explain the components of an expert system and produce possible solutions. And then I'd like you to explain how expert systems can be used by organisations. So, an expert system, what is it? Well, basically, what they do is that they are computer programs that is designed to emulate or mimic human intelligence, skills or behaviour. Okay, so they're designed not to replace the expert, but more to assist the expert. Because they can't replace the expert, because they mimic intelligence and the skills and the behaviour. They don't have the intelligence, skills or behaviour. Now, what they're not is they're not a database or a search engine. Why? Because databases and search engines find information based on keywords. Expert systems go deeper than that. Okay, so what expert systems do is they will gather the data given to them by the user and lead on to further questioning. Okay, so what you would do, for example, with a search engine, which is just a massive database, is you would type something in, like, for example, best restaurants to go to in Paris. And then it would take the keywords, like, for example, best restaurants and Paris, and put those together and produce the results for you. Now, those results might not always be what you want. So how do they work? Well, think about this. You used WebMD. What did it do? Okay, so what WebMD did was it took the information you gave it and then developed further questions. So they work on a knowledge base, not on queries, not on keywords, on a knowledge base. Okay, so they are far more superior and sophisticated than a search engine. Now, they gather data from the user by asking questions. Okay, so they will ask a set of questions, and then those questions would go into further questioning. So, for example, if you had back pain and you described where the back pain was, it will gather further data based on whether you said you've got upper back pain or lower back pain. So here's an example. If you've got a problem, now your car's broken down, what do you do? Do you try to fix it yourself? Do you Google? Okay, what do you do? Well, you would go to a mechanic. You've got a back pain. What would you do? Would you try to, look up videos on YouTube? No. You'd go to a doctor or a chiropractor. And if you had a skin problem, what would you do? Would you put cream on it? Would you wash your face? No. If you've got a persistent skin problem, you would go to a dermatologist. So each time I've asked these questions, the answer is, I would go to an expert. So to make these systems, that's what they did. They would go to an expert. But we've got intelligent humans that can do this. Well, where do computers fit in? Well, expert systems gather the data by asking the user questions about the problem. Exactly what a mechanic would do, exactly what a doctor would do. So the computer system is doing exactly that for you. An initial set of questions can lead to further questioning. So as I said earlier, that they are designed to mimic and emulate the human behaviour and the skills. That is what these computers are doing. So the expert system reasons what questions it needs to ask based on the knowledge is simply given. And it will allow the responses from the user to rule out various possibilities. Okay, so for example, if you initially thought, right, I've got a spot on my face, oh, you know, that's just a spot. Well, it may not be. Okay, so they've got to rule it out. So you might have this unusual spot on your face with this unusual set of symptoms, and you would go to an expert about this. And then that is what the computer will do. So the computer will have this knowledge base to know of all these possibilities that it could be, and it would rule them out. So where did it all start? Well, in the 1970s, Edward Feinbaum founded the knowledge-based system laboratory at Stanford University. And the expert systems are thought to be the first form of artificial intelligence. Now, this is what you're going to do. Okay, so you're going to research and test, if possible, the 2 examples, okay, of expert systems that you can choose. It's up to you. You can use the starter task that you did, and then maybe you can look at chess games. It's up to you. Car fault diagnosis, mineral and oil prospecting, any of these. So choose any 2 of these that you want, okay, and then write notes on each and give some advantages and some disadvantages. Okay, best of luck.